Scripture speaking, say, wherefore, rather, the brethren, give what? Are you seeing your screen? Say what? Give what? Diligence to make your what? An election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never. Now pay attention to me. That is, every believer must give diligence to his calling. That means whatever you are in the presence of God, whether you're an usher, whether you're in the choir, whatever parts of the sanctuary you are, the Lord is saying, give diligence to your calling. And it's until diligence is being given, then your election can be made sure, and then profit can come to your life. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So in every, somebody now, because I said there is wisdom for ministry and wisdom for survival, somebody will be looking like, but I don't have a ministry. Every believer is called to a ministry. Every believer is called to a ministry. And then you'll be beginning to ask yourself question, which ministry do I have? Everyone has the same calling in God, and the calling is to be a witness. Hallelujah. So you have to understand that in that sphere of influence to which you are called to, you are also sent to represent Christ there. So there is a calling upon your life which you ought to represent Christ. Now, but one of the things you have to understand is that every calling must have wisdom that must accompany it. There must be a techno how to know that, okay, this is what is required for my life. This is the necessity that is for my life. To know that I have to accomplish this vision, I have to accomplish this purpose, I need this specific wisdom. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. That is why you understand with me, one very funny thing is that anytime you come before God, one of the things that happen is that the devil finds a way to see how he can undermine your coming to the presence of God. Please pay attention to me, because the way I'm riding now, I'm laying a foundation. If you miss me, you are missing, because I'm going to glide. Please pay attention. So you will now realize that anytime you come before the presence of God, one of the things that happen is that the enemy tries to find a way to make you undermine the presence of God. How many of you have realized that most of the times you get more hurt in the church than even outside? Okay. Speaking to spiritual people. How many of you have realized that the person you thought you trust the most was the one that the hurt came from the most? Okay. How many of you realize that you came to church so that you could find help, but it was the same place you came to find help that you find hurt? Because you trusted someone with your secret that you thought was a sister. Hello? Am I talking to someone? I know these people have never gone through any. Has someone ever betrayed you before? Why do you call it betrayal? Because you expected it to be a secret, and because you trusted the person, and the person never trusted you back. But here's the question. The question is that, is it the fault of the person or your fault? Okay, someone will dare to make a bold statement and say that it's your fault that the person betrayed you. But how are you supposed to know that the person will betray you? Is a question. Because it's the same church where you come to trying to seek for help, and in the process of seeking for help, you end up finding that there is a sister beside you also that wants help. You see, most of the things you have to understand is that church is a two-edged sword. If you have gone out there and then the people outside there, you don't trust them enough, though they are Christians and you don't trust them enough, what makes you think that if you come to church, the people you find in church are not the same people you find out there? Someone came to church to be healed. The same way you came to find healing, that is how someone too came to find healing. For instance, have you ever been to the hospital before and then you're waiting for the consultant to come and check you? And then in the process of waiting for the consultant to come and check you, you now sat beside somebody and the person was asking you, what brought you to the hospital? Have you ever had that experience before? Okay. And then your answer will be what? Now the question I want to ask you is, the person also came to see the doctor, but the issue is that he's asking you, what is wrong with you? And you went further to answer him, not knowing that wisdom requires that you should know that he is not the doctor. Even him came to see the doctor. The only person that should be able to ask you such a question is the doctor, because at the end of it, when he finishes asking you that question, he has no solution to the question to which he has asked. So most of the times when we come to church, the same way we came to seek the face of God, so are also people. You know why I'm saying this is because people are so disappointed in church these days now than they were before. And the problem is not with the church, the problem is with the lack of discernment with the people in the church. So there is a specific wisdom that is required for your life. There is a specific wisdom that is required for your destiny, for it to be accomplished.